Hi everyone, thanks for joining me again on w3videos.com, another tutorial on how to set up your Outlook email using bigxhosting.com's email service. Now, if you haven't already made an account with bigxhosting.com, purchase a domain name, and watch the other tutorial on setting that free email address up, then I would definitely recommend doing so before watching this tutorial. The settings that I put in the tutorial are only good for bigxhosting.com. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to launch Microsoft Outlook. Now I'm using 2007, and because I have actually set up email addresses before, but I've went ahead and deleted them, the tutorial box does not actually come up for me this time. So what I'm going to do is go up to Tools. I'm going to go to Account Settings. I'm now going to add a new email address. I'm going to just go ahead and name it Support. Your email address, obviously you have to put in the entire email address here. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to manually configure server settings. Click Next. We are using a POP server. Some plans on BigX Hosting does offer IMAP services. They also offer Microsoft Exchange. So if you are constantly on the go, want to be able to delete stuff off of your server, off your BlackBerry, from your home or office, I'd recommend going with one of their Microsoft Exchange programs. They're extremely valuable for the business person that's on the go and definitely deleting emails off their PDA and has to make sure that those emails delete off their office and all of their other computers that they have. So we're going to go ahead, we're just using POP, so I'm going to go ahead and press Next. It automatically fills in some of the values right there that we've already put in. The incoming mail server is going to be pop.secureserver.net. The outgoing mail server is going to be smtpout.secureserver.net. We want to make sure that we have the spelling correct for everything. If we don't, or if we get errors after we are done with this tutorial, we're going to go ahead and review our settings to make sure we've got everything in there correctly. You're going to go ahead, you're going to put in your username, which is also going to be your email address. So you're going to put in your email address one more time. And your password that you created for that email address when you set it up. Now, I'm going to go ahead, most people are going to have to check this box where it says require logon using secure password authentication. Normally you want to go ahead and have that checked. I already know that it's probably going to give me an error, but I'm going to check it anyways. So we're going to go ahead, click more settings. You go to outgoing server. You want to check my outgoing server SMTP requires authentication. Go ahead and click that, and we just want to use same settings as my incoming mail server. We're going to go ahead and click on Advanced. Incoming mail server should be 110. Outgoing server should be either 80 or 3535. The reason why we give you multiple port settings is because some ISPs, or internet service providers as you know them, block certain ports due to firewall settings or other various reasons. So we're going to try 80 first, see if that works. I do want to leave a copy of my message on the server. The reason why I want to do that is because if I'm not at my house or I'm not on the road with my computer, but I do want to check my email, I can always go ahead and log in to my web-based email, which is with BigX Hosting email dot your domain name in the browser bar. So it's really easy to go ahead and check it. So I'm going to go ahead and click that box. Everything else is fine. And I'm going to go ahead and press OK. Now, we're going to go ahead and test our settings. Look at that. It didn't pass the settings. Well, I already knew that was going to happen. So, for a lot of people, they are trying to interpret what the messages mean here. Now, right off the bat, we see that it had a problem logging on with the secure password authentication. So, I immediately know that that's why it couldn't log on. Now, if that would have said it couldn't log on because a username or password were incorrect, then we definitely want to go ahead and check and make sure that our email address and our password is in there correctly. So I'm just going to go ahead and close out of that. I'm going to go right back here and just unclick the require logon using secure password authentication. And check my settings now. And because it already told me that the secure password authentication was incorrect or it didn't need it, I immediately knew what the problem was and I was able to correct it and go ahead, and now everything's completed. So I just go ahead, close this all out, or just press next and finish. Now I have my w3videos.com email address set up and I'm all done. Thanks for joining me today and learning a little bit about Microsoft Outlook and how to set it up. Look for further tutorials from w3videos.com and more great products from bigxhosting.com.